Alright, we're still back on Idle Queen. We left off at the deck tour. Now I'll take you below on this Dreadnought 32 that's been around the world twice. And we'll have a look in the cabin at the accommodations. There we are. This is looking into the main cabin here. Start with the companionway steps. They're big wide platforms, very different from the traditional ladder that you'd find on a yacht, and they make it nice and easy to go up and down onto the deck. Those banisters kind of keep things secure, and it's got a bulkhead right here which actually divides off the head area, which has got its own label there, and you can see some needlepoint from the original owner, and the actual toilet unit, the head there. That square in the back underneath the round broken port light there is there's a Pullman sink pulls down, and so there's a sink in the head area. Here's the galley. Again, nice label, wooden hand carved label there. There's a reefer box underneath here. Sink with this handy little dish drain that drains right into the sink, so got a place to keep our dishes so that they don't go flying off while they're drying. The sink is fed by a little gravity water tank up there in the corner of the cabin top. So you fill that up, and then there's water available at the sink without needing to pump anything. The stove is just a single burner butane stove, and it's mounted in an old gimbaled stove that's not functional anymore. You can see one of the old burners here, it's kind of rusted out. That lamp is not part of the stove. There's some storage behind it, and there's room for pots and pans up in there. Okay, there's good storage here. This is kind of a food pantry. Nice deep storage area. You can see some of our safety equipment there, fire extinguishers, very important to have on the boat. And under the sole, you can see all the plumbing's just done with garden hoses. Very simple and inexpensive way to do it. They'll just need cleaning. Here's a hand pump under the sink to pump water up to the gravity tank. Alright, here's the engine room. Turn the light on in here, and take the plastic off the engine. I keep it there, try to keep the engine dry, because there are some leaks from the cockpit. But there's the engine. It's a little 15 horsepower beta engine, diesel. It's got that one fuel tank up there, that cylinder. You can see the light coming in from the lazarette locker. I've got the hatch open up there. And then over to the right here, there's another large rectangle. That is another fuel tank, 40 gallons. But I can't use it yet because it's too dirty to use. And there's no inspection port, so I can't clean it out yet. But that's our nice little diesel, heart of the engine room. And in here, kind of hard to see, there's our batteries. I'll focus on that another time. It's just a massive wiring. Going back out into the main cabin, you can see here's our depth sounder and our GPS. Those are our two instruments. Those are the only electronics we've got on board. The galley table here is also used as a chart table, and that's why the single sideband radio is there underneath this little notebook that we're using for a ship's log. Got some shelves back there for storage, plenty of stuff all strewn about. Underneath the table, under here, there's a water tank nice, easy to get to water tank, probably about 45 gallons. This is the mast compression post with these stickers on it. Gladstone Marina, that's not far from where I was born in Australia. And the Fukuoka Junior Yacht Club, I don't know where that is, but maybe we'll get back there for a visit sometime. There's one berth here to starboard underneath the dinghy and oars and cushions. That's a good sea berth. It's got lee cloth and stuff all set up, and there's plenty of storage outboard there. This is my nice Hawaiian print dish towel given to me as a boat warming gift by a friend who also lives on our boat out in California. We've got a diesel heater, which actually one of the reasons I wanted this boat was so I'd have room for a heater, because I want to go to far northern climates. So this is kind of interesting. This boat was owned by Harry Heckle Jr., and he circumnavigated twice on this boat, and these are plaques commemorating his achievements. 2 single-handed circumnavigations, and he finished the second one when he was 89 years old. Pretty impressive. Here's the forward cabin. The berth is there underneath all those fuel cans, which I've just got stored up here. Feet would go down there by that orange box, and then you got storage and stuff up, and your head would go up by the fuel cans. Normally there'd be cushions here, but I had to get rid of them. They're all kind of moldy. You can see a nice big Samson posts up forward. As those 2 vertical pieces give us a nice place to tie anchor lines and mooring lines too. Good strong point. There's plenty of storage here. Nice deep storage bins for clothes. And this is a fuel tank for the cabin heater. One of the things that Harry did was in his later years he put a windlass on. This boat had no windlass for many years. It's got a little electric windlass now, and the chain falls right down here by the berth, at the feet of the berth, right, and kind of comes out there just above the sole or floor. That keeps the weight out of the very end of the boat, so kind of reduces pitching. One of the problems with double enders is they can develop a bit of a pitching problem in a short seaway. You can see all these kind of eye-shaped portholes that Harry had made custom. They don't open, but there's still pretty good air circulation through the main hatch and the forward hatch. The boat's insulated. You can see all the insulation glued everywhere, and then it's had this headliner glued over it, but that headliner is all coming down, so I need to come up with some sort of solution to make that look a bit better and give it a more cleanable surface. So that's in the works. We need to pull all that down. We're probably going to redo all the electric while it's down. That's part of the plan. So that's it. The inside of Idle Queen. Yeah, she's a great little home on the water. Feels kind of like a little cottage. There you go. 2 times around the world. This boat's already been. Hope to take her again.